Well, this is Buddy's required activity on these long drives. That he takes the ball, rolls it down the console in the middle of the car to see if he can make a hole-in-one in the cup holder, and then waits for me to flip the ball back over my shoulder again so he can catch it, do it all over again. Then we do this for an hour at a time. At this time he wants to be selfish for the video and hog it and not do his trick until then. Tough to get it by him. I do everything I can. I bounce it off the roof to try to get it by him in the back seat, and the dog is too quick for me. I get the evil eye if I stop playing the game with him. He's a tough taskmaster. Well, if you ever stay awake at night wondering what it's like to drive into Death Valley at night, here you go. This is Harmony Borax Works, home of the original 20 mule team. It was in operation from 1883 to 1888. And living accommodations all the way down there. Really remarkable. And this is what the 20 mule teams pulled. Conditions here at the borax site are absolutely brutal. I can't stay out here much longer. Can't imagine working here under those conditions. This is Golden Canyon at Furnace Creek. The changes in colors on these small hills and mountains of the different ore is just amazing. We're actually at an elevation of about 192 feet below sea level at the moment. Slowly heading down to Badwater Basin, the lowest point in the world, at minus 282 feet below sea level. Well, this is it, gang. Lowest place on the surface of the planet. Closest place on the surface of the planet you can get to hell. Badwater Basin. I don't want to stay here long. Not too bad right now. It's actually a pretty mild 99 degrees, but 282 feet below sea level. Quite an experience. Well, here it is. I'm at the Lowest place on the planet of the earth, closest you can get to hell on the surface of the planet. Badwater Basin, minus 282 feet below sea level. I don't want to stay this close but so long. Incredible that you can dig down here and actually find a little bit of water there below the surface in the salt. And for you golf aficionados, here you go. Just proof that if you do go to hell, you're still going to get your recreation opportunities. It's way over there, a little green strip down along the foot of those mountains. And literally on the opposite side of Badwater Basin. Devil's Playground. And we're heading to Zabriskie Point. Colors in these hills are just incredible, the differences in the ores and the erosion and the variation in the striations. Now this is the start of a little walk up to Zabriskie Point. It's a little bit of a steep hike. I'm really only touching the surface of what is in Death Valley. It's amazing. Certainly a lot more here than desert. Zabriskie Point. Wish I had more time to spend here, but I've got to be back at the Mount Whitney Ranger Station by 4:30 to pick up my one-day hiking permit for tomorrow, and it's pretty valuable at this point. So you see there are paths down there in these hills where you can hike. I'm sure that's some pretty amazing hikes, and it takes a lot out of you to do that. I know I usually think of Zabriskie Point as the movie, but Zabriskie was actually the vice president of the Pacific Coast Borax Company that owned all the mining operation here, and he oversaw the change from mining to tourism and turning this place into a national park. Pretty incredible. And for my last destination here in Death Valley, I'm going in to see 20 Mule Canyon, aka I believe this is part of where Tatooine from Star Wars was filmed. We'll see. Boy, enough switches and curves in this place to not know which way the road's going. Buddy's getting a little bit worried in the back there and starting to whine. He's the worrywart of the bunch here. Death Valley really is a far more beautiful place than you'd ever expect. Big, big, big place for sure. Big national park. Contrast though, just really remarkable. Well, Death Valley is part of the Mojave Desert, so I didn't think I could be right to leave here without getting some pictures of dunes and sand. Currently about 140 degrees here right now, which is actually not too bad for a You know you're in a tough place when it's 106 degrees and rising, and the road signage tells you turn your AC off for the next 20 miles to avoid overheating. I obeyed. Getting closer to Lone Pine, my base for the night. Sierras are definitely a little bit bigger. A little bit of snow still up in the caps, the peaks of it. Have not yet seen Mount Whitney. I'm sure at some point it'll be exposed to me, but getting closer. Coming in ahead of time, just prep to check out the drive to Mount Whitney portal, which will be the start of my hike in the morning on Mount Whitney. I wanted to sort of give a feeling for how far and what the temperature difference is up here, since the elevation's quite a bit more than it is down in town. Beautiful. Still climbing. Quite a bit to go. Quite a windy road to get up here. Starting to finally see some of the snow caps here at the lower mountains at the top.
Left, then turn left.
Signs everywhere. This is active bear country. Really interesting. Started my trailhead in the morning. This is some serious hiking here when I see the people coming out of here. Temperature was 88 down in Lone Pine and has already dropped to 61 degrees up here. This is going to be quite the hike in the morning. I'm not sure when or where Mount Whitney reveals herself on the path, but really excited about this.